One more to go. Y'all with me? Everybody hanging in there? You doing okay? All right. You probably can't tell since we bear no resemblance, but I'm Eric's brother Brian. How are y'all doing? Yeah, I asked that a second ago. First off, I want to say thanks, Kathy and Mike, for throwing this great party. Really appreciate it. It's gorgeous. Also, thanks to all my parents for the festivities last night. We all had a great time. Feeling that today. And lastly, thanks to everybody here for a few minutes on the mic. I'm a sound guy. Some of you guys know that, so I use these all the time. I never say anything besides check 1, 2, though, so this whole speech thing's new to me. Here it is. This is my speech. Typed it out, brought it. I don't want to veer off topic too much. And while I appreciate this live Polo Fields audience response thing that we got going, try not to distract me too much or I will have to start over at the beginning. And let's face it, that's 45 minutes of your life you're never getting back. I kid, it won't take that long. Honestly, I've never been much for words, writing or speaking them. So when Eric asked me to be his best man, besides the obvious response of, hell yeah, my first thought was, shoot, I'm gonna have to write a speech. Concerned that I wouldn't be up to the challenge, I started taking notes. Anytime something funny or sentimental would pop into my head, I'd put it in my phone, and for months I accumulated these little notes, jokes and memories, thinking I'd have the pieces for a great speech. Then I procrastinated really badly, and suddenly it was the day of my flight to California. Well, what better time to get on it, right? So to get in the proper mindset, I watched the video of the legendary speech that Eric gave at my wedding. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out on YouTube, as Andy said. Honestly, though, it's pushing 200 views at this point, I checked. And I'm pretty sure most of those are just Andy showing it to any friend, family, or pedestrian on the street with internet access. Watching it again pointed out that what I thought were really my own original jokes and funny memories were just ripped off directly from his speech. That was a friendly reminder of how much I looked up to my brother. I've always admired Eric's writing skills. You've heard a little bit about that tonight. Sixth in line tonight, no fresh material. I remembered the guest journal at our grandparents' lake house. Yeah, we're back there. Eric would weave 4-page tales of monster bass and epic ski adventures that would have you on the edge of your lawn chair. If you turn the page, you might find a to-the-point summary of the weekend for me, like, we had fun, or I love lake. I was reminded again of Eric's great writing a couple of years ago. I was visiting with my grandma Lee, and she had just gotten a letter from Eric and asked Hannah to read it aloud, which is something only a grandma would do. He described in detail the exciting life he was living out here in California, but mostly dwelled on a single topic. I met a girl, Grandma, he wrote. I think she might be the one. Turns out he was right. Meghan, you're really the perfect girl for Eric. You share his knack for adventure and enthusiasm for life, and you have a seemingly endless supply of energy, which is good, because you're going to need it. The summer that Eric lived with Andy and I in St. Louis was a lot like having a dog. I'd come home from work, he'd be on the couch with a Frisbee in his mouth, maybe in his hand. It was college, his cousin. He'd be ready to head down to the park and play. Nothing beats a game of catch, right, Eric? I don't think he ever leaves the house without a Frisbee or a ball. And though Eric's games often end with his own injury, you really can't keep him down. He's quite resilient. Here's a few examples of that. Here's my bear list. Dad covered some of these earlier, but we'll go over it again. He used rolling off his chair for transportation after hurting his knee playing football in middle school. He was slow on the carpet, but man, he could fly around the kitchen. After breaking his hand snow skiing, he downplayed the injury so he could avoid the hospital, get a few more days on the slopes. I've seen Eric bowl a decent game with a broken ankle in one of those Velcro boot casts. Not a great game, but decent. He bit clear through his tongue in a tragic sledding accident at Zach's house. I think there was only one tree in that whole yard, and Eric went straight for it. Fun fact, this is the same yard that many important Defiance Ball games were played in. If you aren't familiar with D-ball, think football, but in a very specific location. And then there was the time he took a 4-iron to the head. Thank God for that giant bear skull, or that one might have killed him. Though I'm honestly more surprised that Grandma Copeland survived that one. I know we broke more bones, but we gotta move on at some point. So. These are the memories on my mind when I was shopping for a wedding gift. Spoiler alert, we got you a commercial-sized roll of bubble wrap and a full face helmet. Megan, you might have to triple down on that wrap job. Eric seems to have fragile bones. Seriously though, it's been awesome getting to know you two as a couple. You really make a great team. I love seeing you having a blast together, whether it's at a Cardinals game, snowboarding in Lake Tahoe, or singing karaoke songs together. We all got to know Meghan a little better during that lift at the end of Time of My Life. Eric, you probably embarrassed her a little bit there, but in your defense, she did come in a little hot. You two really set the perfect example for living life to the fullest, and we could all learn from that. After all, this is our one life. It's not a rehearsal. So if you'll raise a glass with me to toast to the happy couple. I think the Beatles summed it up perfectly when they said, all you need is love. Eric and Meghan, I'm so thrilled that you found it. Cheers.